Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of two active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. I know that it looks like I have more than one planner sitting here, but I want to talk about not only my planner, but all the other tools that I use in order to stay on top of my tasks and to stay successful. I recently did a review of my system and talked about what worked and what did not. I will drop in a card in case you missed it, but this is the current lineup that I am using, and we will just go through it piece by piece and I can identify what is changing and what is getting removed or added. The first part to my system, I'll call it, is my one line a day journal, and I really enjoy using this. I will change the pen color for next year, and this will be the 5th year that I do that, so I will have to revisit whether I'm going to continue that at the end of 2025. Next up is my HB90 notebook. This is where I do all of my goal setting, reviews, project and task tracking. I am currently working on my review, and I have about 5 pages left in the notebook to do my review of 2025. And that's when I will be able to start my next HB90 notebook. And I'm just using my Leuchtturm 1917 again, and I will continue to put tabs for each quarter. But I like to keep everything in one notebook for the entire year so I can review it as I go along. So that is the second piece to my system. Then the third piece is this graph ruled notebook. And if I had to pick one thing that I could use throughout the year, it would be this notebook. I could use it for everything. I just choose to use my planner for certain things so I don't have to draw and write as much in my notebook. I did do a whole video on this notebook called The Cheapest Planner, but I will drop a card in for that. I did go ahead and pick up a new one just so I had it when I ran out of space in my current notebook. I have about half of the pages left, but I really do like using it for weekend task lists or if I just need to do a brain dump. I have heard other people refer to this as their scribble notebook or their scribble journal. I do go through about 2 to 3 of these a year, so at back to school time, I always try to pick up an extra. Next up is my tool notebook that I picked up at Office Max or Office Depot, and I really like to use this because it looks a little bit more professional. It's a little sturdier than just a notebook, but I do use this for any notes that I need to write down during meetings. I also have anything like recurring payments that need made, calendars for the calendar year that I'm currently in, and I like to carry this to meetings with me. Again, it just looks a little bit more professional than that grid notebook, so I do carry this with me to meetings. I also like that it has a pen loop. But for 2025, I will just add some pages and then call through those old pages, move anything permanent to Notion, and actually declutter what's in here and add the calendars for 2025. So that is the fourth piece to my system. And then here is the one planner that I use for everything. It is rather thick this year, but I think in 2025, I'm going to be able to reduce the size of this notebook. So I'm very excited about that. But I have been enjoying how professional this cover looks. I do carry this to work with me as well. It is showing its age, so I wanted to get a new cover, but I do like the simplicity of this. And I was looking for something similar, but not exactly the same. And so I widened my search beyond Happy Planner for 2025. I do also want to mention that nothing in the planner itself is a Happy Planner guts. I do Franken plan and just print off those things that I need and create my own sections. So I really was just looking for a cover and I came across this Martha Stewart cover and I really liked again how professional it looked, that it had a band to keep it closed when I put it in and out of my backpack. It did come with a pocket folder, and it also has that pocket folder on the front cover as well. So I really do enjoy looking at this planner. The discs, however, may need to get swapped out. They are currently just coated plastic discs, and I don't love plastic discs, and I feel like the coated discs tend to wear off. So we'll see as I'm building this if I need to swap these out for different discs. They also seem a little bit smaller than the Happy Planner discs. So we'll have to see. I will just continue to move things over from my old planner to the new planner cover and see if I need more space or not. I am going to be able to remove some things from the 2024 planner, so it may work. I'm not sure. I do like the texture of the covers and that the Martha Stewart cover corners are slightly rounded, but I am really liking being able to have these professional looking planners and notebooks as I go from my home to work each day. So this Martha Stewart cover will be my cover for 2025. I will mention again that the guts of my planner are very much Frankenplanned, and I choose things to go together that will work for me and the items that I need, and nothing more, nothing less, if that makes sense. The one thing that I will definitely be using in my 2025 planner are the monthly spreads from Squared Plans. I do love the Monday Start. I like how big the boxes are. I like the lined area on the sidebar for any notes. So I've really enjoyed using these in 2024. The only thing I don't like is where dates are split. So we may have to look and see how many times that happens in 2025. But I really enjoyed using this spread in 2024, so I will continue to use it in 2025. I do print it on a slightly heavier piece of paper because I do like to keep the entire year in my planner all year long. And then I will make a second copy of this to write out any of my YouTube plans for the month. And then on the back, it just has a blank note section. But from my 2024 planner, this is the one thing that is definitely getting carried over as is. Everything else is kind of up for grabs. So those are the physical products that match one to one from last year. There are some other items that I am bringing into my system this year, and the first is a dot grid notebook with 160 GSM paper. I really just wanted a piece that I could play in and experiment with. I have thought about going to just a dot grid notebook for everything, but I don't think I want to take the time to draw in spreads for every month, every week, etc. But there are some creative things that I've wanted to try, like where they cut back part of the page and decorate it. I thought about doing that in this journal, maybe some actual journaling, or just putting some quotes in, things like that. But this is just for fun, something with a little bit heavier of paper so that I could do those creative spreads. I will also mention that I just bought this off of Amazon because I didn't want to spend a ton of money on a notebook that I may or may not use, as well as the shipping speed. I really wanted something quickly. So I just found something with 160 GSM paper so that I could play and experiment and really channel my creative juices. I also have a ton of stamps, and I don't use a lot of stamps in my planner because of how it shows through in my planner. So I'm thinking that this will be a good place to experiment with stamps as well. So we'll see if any of this gets shared on the channel. If you're interested, drop in a comment down below. But this is the only piece that's actually getting added to my lineup for this year, at least as of now. So this is the final piece to my physical planner lineup and journal lineup for 2025. I don't feel like there's a ton here since there really is only one planner. I only have to get into 2 items every day, and I feel like that is maintainable. So 1 line a day, I write 1 line each day, and then my planner I revisit every day. I do also want to mention that I also use Notion for long-term note keeping as well as my content calendar for this channel. And I also use Google Calendar because I'm able to bring in all the calendars, such as my kids' calendars, my daughter's choir calendar, my son's soccer calendars, my work calendar. So everything gets pulled into one calendar view, and it's much easier to look at each day and figure out where I can fit my actual tasks in for the day. So my plan for 2025 is to use this Martha Stewart cover and to Franken plan everything in. I'm also trying to reduce how much I actually carry in my planner. I know that I can remove both of my kids sections from this planner because I don't need to carry around IEPs and 504s anymore. The way that I can get to them digitally is quick enough at this point. So I'm excited about 2025. Let me know down below if your system is changing at all. And if you have a video sharing your 2025 planner setup, please feel free to share it down below. I love looking at everybody else's lineups and just seeing how I can do things differently to make myself more effective. So this Martha Stewart planner cover and my creative journal are really the 2 new things in my planner lineup for 2025. But I will continue to share as I get ready for 2025 and the steps that I take in order to plan a successful year. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I hope you have a happy and healthy end of the 2024 calendar year, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.